How you going, everybody? Back again. So one of the biggest problems we have when we're trying to test machines is obviously software. If the problem is it takes a long time to install some of these programs, your Mac OS, some of your Windows, and some of them are getting harder and harder to install due to the age of the machines. So for machines that are just tick and flick sort of thing, Windows 11 can go in, or the current OS, or even 2 or 3 OSs back, Mac OS that is, no problem at all. But for the stuff older than that, here's a good example. Here is a 2009 MacBook, not a Pro, not an Air, just MacBook. So it's like one of the first sort of Intel range, I believe. This is a Core 2 Duo, this version. These are the sort of machines, if you want to be able to sell them as either a retro machine for people to do projects on, or if you want to be able to at least test them to see if they are viable to sell, for what parts are viable on them. You can test screens and obviously keyboards and other stuff. The machine itself, make sure it is actually running. I was kind of fighting with obviously trying to have all these different programs to be able to do it, and I was like, why don't I just use Linux? So you'll see here, I've actually installed Linux onto this 2008, I think it is. It's around that era. I think they run from 2007 to 2009. Core 2 Duo, 2 gig of RAM. I chucked an SSD in it, a 120 gig SSD, because I had no hard drive in it, and installed Linux, and it actually runs really well. Don't get me wrong, it has its issues. There's probably things you could do to make it run a bit faster if it was something you wanted to use on a daily basis. But just using it as a tool to be able to test laptops, I think it's a winner. Like, I can't think of any other program that has the flexibility for that. And it doesn't really matter what version of Linux. Everybody has their favorite versions. There might be a better one, like a light version for stuff like this. But this is just Mint. I just downloaded Mint. I just wanted to try it, and I love Mint, so it made sense. No, there's no real reason to do it. It's just what I already had. I downloaded it for another project and went, oh, I've got that there, so I'll try it. But how long does it take you to make an install USB? And you can run it straight off the USB. You don't even need a hard drive in there, which is great, because then once you've installed it, you can go and look at the specs and give you a rundown on exactly what is inside the unit. And it gives you a good test. Now, there's probably is some that it won't run on, but as far as I'm aware, 99% of stuff out there, you'll be able to run it on. I don't know about Chromebooks and stuff like that. I don't know much about Chromebooks, but as far as just general PCs and Macs, no problem at all. So, so on a side note, Jesus, MacBook's sexy. It's so clean. It actually is a very clean laptop, and geez, it just looks good. I love it. It's just, why don't they make stuff like this anymore? It's all so boring, silver and black and yuck. Like, they just yuck. There's nothing sexy about a laptop these days. But then back then, was this even sexy? I don't know. I didn't buy Macs in 2009. It's only been the last couple of years I've actually enjoyed Macs, but maybe back then it was the same, or it was terrible. But then they were very expensive too, so you had to have money to own a Mac. So, and very custom software. It's not like it is today, where back then, everything had to be Mac and very custom. Where with these days, the app world, don't get me wrong, there's still stuff you can't use on a Mac. I still have stuff that I have to have a PC around for that particular reason. But so hopefully you've enjoyed the video at the back, the B-roll as such. I don't know if I'm going to sell this one. I might just leave. I might actually do some more playing with it, tinkering with it. What I'd love to do on one of these, maybe not this one, but one like this, is actually kind of strip the inside out and then M1 it. I don't know what that would look like as far as making it happen, but look, definitely possible. But the requirement I would have is that if I did that, everything would have to be there on the outside as it is now. So the old display port, the Thunderbolt connections, Firewire, might be Firewire actually, not Thunderbolt, it's Firewire connections. It's got the headphone jacks. I'm just looking, it's sitting right beside me, I'm just looking at it here. But realistically, like, that'd be a cool project, wouldn't it? I'll put it on my list for this year to see what the possibility is to be able to actually retrofit one of those with an M series unit inside. I don't think it'd be that hard. Worst case, you might have to like USB output to the screen or something like that. But apart from that, obviously got issues with cameras and stuff like that. So there would be some stuff that would have to be quite heavily worked on, but could be a good project for the year. Reveal it at Christmas sort of thing. My own little Christmas present to myself. Just like I say, just for the fun of it, not for any other purpose, just for shits and giggles sort of thing. But yeah, something to admire, and you know, you can do it with other stuff too. But I'm really liking Linux. I think it's a great program for testing. If anybody's got any Linux they recommend, particularly something that might have like diagnostic sort of software that's built into it or whatever, I don't know whether that exists. I've looked, I haven't found any, but anything that has something to do with formatting hard drives would be great, because I've tried to find a couple of programs. I've even downloaded a couple to install onto Linux, and they refuse to install. And I don't know enough about the code inside to try and work out that background stuff, but if anybody's got any good tips on that, because just with wiping drives, it'd be nice to have something else that's a little bit more flexible, rather than having, you know, iMacs and PCs set up everywhere to do wiping. Because I do plan on getting more drives in the future and then just have that as a constant flow. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, and any questions, obviously, chuck them in there. But otherwise, have a great day, afternoon, night, morning, whatever's happening in your world. See you all. Bye.